We'll start with paper 1. Within paper 1, first topic is advanced micro. Within advanced micro there are 4 subtopics. So just write those 4 subtopics. First one is Marshallian and Walrasian approach. First topic will be this, Marshallian and Walrasian approach of price determination. Then second is alternative distribution theory. Alternative distribution theory. Within alternative distribution theory, 3 words are written: Kaldor, Kalecki and Ricardo. So second is alternative distribution theory, and third topic is market structure. Third topic is market structure. Within market structure, monopolistic competition, duopoly and oligopoly is written. 3 words in syllabus: monopolistic competition, duopoly and oligopoly. And fourth topic is welfare. Welfare economics. So in this syllabus, in the heading of micro, these are the 4 words, 4 subtopics. So if you see the website, it will be in this form. Advanced micro, it includes Marshallian and Walrasian approach to price determination. Second is alternative distribution theory. Alternative distribution theory include Ricardo, Kaldor and Kalecki. Market structure, monopolistic competition, duopoly and oligopoly. And welfare criteria, Pareto, Hicks, Sitowski, Arrow's impossibility theorem and A.K. Sen. But these are the written part of your syllabus. But there are some unwritten part. Unwritten part like consumer theory is not written in syllabus, but there may be some question. Production cost not written directly in syllabus, but there will be some question on production as well as on cost as well. So always remember, there are some written part and there are some unwritten part. First of all, we will cover the what is mentioned, and in the second round, when you come to the micro, then we will cover all those unwritten aspect. So as per the priority or importance, you will start with this third section, that is market structure, because weightage for this market structure will be more as compared to any other subtopic. So for example, in this first topic, Marshallian and Walrasian approach of price determination, there are just 2 questions. So may or may not be. Question may be or may not be from that topic. Distribution theories include Ricardo, Kaldor, Kalecki plus marginal productivity theory, and there are other aspects as well. So there are generally 1 question from that section, but in the market structure, at least you will get 3 to 4 question every year. And when I say 3 to 4 question, it means around 40 to 50 marks at least. But in the market structure, what is mentioned is monopolistic competition, duopoly and oligopoly, and these are market for goods market hai. But this will also include factor market. This will also include market failure. So those things are not written. Plus perfect competition is not written in syllabus, monopoly not written in syllabus, but there will be some questions from perfect competition as well as from monopoly. So we will define first of all what are the content included in market structure subtopic. So you have written micro and then start with this market structure. So your subtopic is market structure within micro. We are starting with this third subtopic, market structure. Remember, in micro, when you explain the concept of market, although market can be categorized on different criteria or different basis, but we are categorizing market on the basis of number of seller in the market. Number of seller in the sense, if there is only one seller, the market is monopoly. If there will be two seller, market is duopoly. If there are more than two but not large in number, few sellers, then it is oligopoly. And if there are large number of sellers plus product is homogeneous, then it is perfect competition. So we are classifying market based upon number of seller. So based upon number of seller, market can be perfect competitive market or perfect competition market, monopoly market, monopolistic competition, and market can be of oligopoly. Perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. Within perfect competition, there will be certain topics. We will elaborate in today's class first with perfect competition. Then we will move to oligopoly first, because content in oligopoly is more as compared to monopolistic competition and monopoly. When you cover entire topic, it will be taking around 9 to 10 classes. So your first 9 to 10 class will be on market structure. After finishing this topic, although जितने भी टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चन है वो सेपरेटेड है, यू कैन गो थ्रू विद दैट, एंड प्लस वर्कशॉप के अंदर भी एक्सप्लेन किया था, एवरीडे क्लास के अंदर भी कुछ क्वेश्चन होते जाएंगे. तो आज की क्लास के बाद जो क्वेश्चन बन सकते हैं वो आप ट्राई करेंगे फिर. सो विल स्टार्ट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विद द बेसिक कंसेप्ट without referring to any market. It means we are not right now referring to competitive market or monopoly or monopolistic or oligopoly. But first thing, these are the 4 different market we have to study. ठीक है, ये 4 मार्केट है जो आपको पढ़ने हैं. We will start with competition, then we will move to oligopoly, then monopolistic, and then monopoly as per the priority. So first thing, in any market there are certain common things. Market has to decide what will be the price of the product and how much quantity firm will produce. So in a competitive market there are large number of firms. So how one firm take decision? Remember we are studying micro. So micro का मतलब we are referring to one unit. So in a competitive market there are many firms. So we are not talking about all firms. We are talking about one representative firm. और जो one firm का behavior होगा वही रेस्ट फर्म का बिहेवियर भी होगा. सो इफ वन फर्म इज इन इक्विलिब्रियम देन ऑल फर्म्स आर आल्सो इन इक्विलिब्रियम, बिकॉज ऑल फर्म्स आर हैविंग सेम डिमांड फंक्शन एज वेल एज द कॉस्ट फंक्शन. सो वी आर रेफरिंग टू वन पर्टिकुलर फर्म ओनली हियर. सिमिलरली इन मोनोपोली आल्सो वी आर रेफरिंग टू दैट फर्म, इन मोनोपोलिस्टिक एज वेल एज इन ओलिगोपोली. बट हाउ मच आउटपुट वन फर्म विल प्रोड्यूस, सो व्हाट विल बी द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दैट फर्म? Rather any firm, objective of any firm is you are assuming that it is profit maximization, but objective may be different. But unless question is specify, we will assume that the objective is profit maximization. Although objective can be sales maximization also, objective could be anything else also, but your objective is here to maximize profit. So first thing that we will learn here is how much output firm will produce so that its own profit get maximized. So we have to start with that profit maximizing condition. We will start with that profit maximizing condition. So without referring to any market, first thing that you will write is what is the profit maximizing condition, and remember that condition will remain same in all form of market, whether you are studying perfect competition or monopoly or monopolistic or oligopoly. In all form that condition will remain same. So your first heading is profit maximizing condition. Profit maximizing condition. एक बार अब मैं दो तरीके से एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, इन द सेंस आई विल whenever I will write any technical note, so you don't have to reproduce it in the paper में अंदर वो टेक्निकल लुक नहीं देना आपको, बट वो टेक्निकल जो कंसेप्ट होगा वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. सो फर्स्ट यू विल स्टार्ट विद दैट टेक्निकल नोट. ये जहाँ जहाँ भी आप कंटेंट में लिखते जाएंगे, रिमेंबर यू डोंट हैव टू राइट इट इन पेपर डायरेक्टली. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, if we have to calculate profit, so how to find profit? Profit is difference of revenue and cost, so it is total revenue minus total cost. Revenue minus cost, and what is revenue?
Sales into quantity.
Price into quantity. So total revenue is nothing but price into quantity, and your total cost include all the costs, whether it is fixed cost or whether it is variable cost. I write or denote profit by symbol pi. So profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Objective of firm is to maximize profit. So we have to maximize this profit. So the gap between TR and TC is profit, and you have to maximize that profit. So graphically तो plot करने के बाद maximize हो जाएगा, but mathematically पहले बताना है कि maximize कब होगा. तो अगर किसी फंक्शन को लिखा गया और उसे मैक्सिमाइज करना है तो मैथमेटिकली फर्स्ट डिफरेंशिएशन इक्वल टू 0 एज सेकंड डिफरेंशिएशन शुड बी नेगेटिव. ठीक है, वहां पेपर में शो नहीं करना आपको, तो वो नॉलेज सिर्फ याद रखिएगा बेसिक फॉर्म के लिए. आई डिफरेंशिएट दिस फंक्शन विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू क्वांटिटी बिकॉज वी हैव टू डिटरमाइन प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजिंग क्वांटिटी. प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजिंग क्या डिटरमाइन कर रहे हैं? क्वांटिटी डिटरमाइन कर रहे हैं. इसके प्रॉफिट के इक्वेशन को किससे डिफरेंशिएट किया है? क्वांटिटी के रेस्पेक्ट में. दैट मींस टोटल रेवेन्यू को डिफरेंशिएट किया क्वांटिटी के रेस्पेक्ट में, और टोटल कॉस्ट को डिफरेंशिएट किया क्वांटिटी के रेस्पेक्ट में, एंड दैट मस्ट बी इक्वल टू 0. डिफरेंशिएशन का मतलब है चेंज निकाल रहे हैं बस. तो आपने चेंज इन रेवेन्यू ड्यू टू चेंज इन क्वांटिटी किया, और ये चेंज इन कॉस्ट ड्यू टू चेंज इन क्वांटिटी है. और जब कभी चेंज का मतलब है, दैट मींस यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग मार्जिनल. So what is change in revenue due to change in quantity? Change in revenue due to change in quantity is addition to revenue due to additional quantity. That is marginal revenue. तो marginal word जहाँ कहीं यूज करेंगे इसका मतलब क्या होगा? Marginal means additional or change. So if I say marginal utility, it means additional utility due to one additional unit of consumption. If I say marginal product, it means additional product. If it is marginal revenue, it is additional revenue. If it is marginal cost, it is additional cost. So change in total revenue due to change in quantity, you call it marginal revenue. And change in total cost due to change in quantity is marginal cost. So MR minus MC is equal to 0, which means MR must be equal to marginal cost. This is first condition. और आपको सिर्फ इतना ही याद रखना है, ये शो नहीं करना कहीं पे. जस्ट रिमेंबर, फॉर प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन MR मस्ट बी इक्वल टू MC. सो व्हेन मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू इज इक्वल टू मार्जिनल कॉस्ट, वी से दैट प्रॉफिट गेट मैक्सिमाइज. बट फंक्शन मैक्सिमाइज तभी होगा जब उसका सेकंड डिफरेंशिएशन नेगेटिव हो. तो सेकंड डिफरेंशिएशन का मतलब है नाउ यू विल डिफरेंशिएट MR एंड MC. डिफरेंशिएट का मतलब एक्चुअल में होता है यू कैलकुलेट स्लोप. When you use these type of terms dy by dx, तो अगर हमने डिफरेंशिएट किया है तो एक्चुअल में चेंज इन y ड्यू टू चेंज इन x है, वो स्लोप कैलकुलेट करता है. अगर आपने कोई लाइन ड्रॉ कर रखा है तो ये एक्चुअल में आपका x एक्सेस हो गया, ये y एक्सेस हो गया. तो अगर dy by dx करें तो चेंज इन y ड्यू टू चेंज इन x की बात हो रही है. दैट कैलकुलेट इन फैक्ट स्लोप. तो व्हाट इज स्लोप ऑफ TR? क्या है? MR. What is slope of TC? MC. ठीक है, सिर्फ इतना रखेंगे. Slope of TR is MR, slope of TC is MC. सेकेंड टाइम डिफरेंशिएट करूंगा तो किसका स्लोप आएगा? MR का स्लोप आ जाएगा और MC का स्लोप आ जाएगा. So your second differentiation, so you are differentiating MR with respect to quantity, MC with respect to quantity, and that should be negative. डिफरेंशिएट करने पे स्लोप आना है तो बताना अगर ये कंप्लीट टर्म नेगेटिव है सो विच टर्म शुड बी ग्रेटर, ये कंप्लीट वैल्यू नेगेटिव है तो ये नेगेटिव वाला टर्म बेटर है, मतलब स्लोप ऑफ एम सी इज ग्रेटर देन स्लोप ऑफ एम आर. सो राइट दैट लाइन हियर, स्लोप ऑफ marginal cost must be greater than slope of marginal revenue. This is second condition and sufficient condition. So for profit maximization, MR must be equal to MC and slope of MC should be greater than slope of MR. So if both conditions are satisfied, then the profit of firm get maximized. So in paper, if you have to write profit maximizing condition, you will just write two condition. First, MR equal to MC, and second, slope of MC greater than slope of MR. Don't show it in differentiation form. That means I will just write one sentence. The profit of firm get maximized when following conditions are satisfied. First, MR equal to MC, and second, slope of MC greater than slope of MR. Don't show this mathematical derivation. So this is your technical note number 1, first point. And this point will remain common in any form of market. इसको दोबारा बार बार रिपीट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. That means you study monopoly or monopolistic or any market, this condition will remain universal. ठीक है, so this first point is clear. The profit of firm get maximized when MR is equal to MC and slope of MC is greater than slope of MR. And what is slope actually? Mathematically a change in Y due to change in X है, because slope concept कहीं कहीं यूज होगा. So this is your first technical note. Now second one. Technical note number 2. Second basic quantum. Again write the same equation. Profit is equal to TR minus TC. To calculate profit, you multiply price with quantity, P into Q, minus total cost. Now, in place of price, you can always write average revenue, because average revenue is always equal to price. If you have any problem, side में note करते रहेंगे. Total revenue means price multiplied by quantity. So what is average? Average will be nothing but total divided by quantity per unit. So average revenue is per unit revenue, average cost is per unit cost, average utility is per unit utility. So TR divided by Q, and TR is P into Q. So if you divide it by Q, this will cancel out. So average revenue is always equal to price. Average revenue is always equal to price in any market. So in place of P I have written here into quantity minus, जैसे एवरेज रेवेन्यू इनटू क्वांटिटी TR हो गया, वैसे ही टोटल कॉस्ट कैसे हो जाएगा? कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करो. AR इन एवरेज रेवेन्यू इनटू क्वांटिटी इज टोटल रेवेन्यू. सो एवरेज कॉस्ट इनटू क्वांटिटी विल बी टोटल कॉस्ट. एवरेज कॉस्ट इनटू क्वांटिटी विल बी टोटल कॉस्ट. So you can take that quantity common, and in bracket you can write AR minus AC. So this is the formula to calculate profit. Profit is quantity multiplied by AR minus AC. How to find this quantity? ये कौन सी quantity है? Profit maximizing quantity है. And how to get that profit maximizing quantity? By equating MR with MC. So when you equate MR to MC, you will get this quantity Q. अब आप ये बताओ, ब्रैकेट में जो टर्म है AR माइनस AC, what will be the sign of it? Positive, negative or zero? It could be positive, it could be negative, or it could be zero also. So there are different possibilities. So first situation, if average revenue is exactly equal to average cost, So if AR is equal to AC, then this term will be 0. That means profit is 0. Neither any profit nor any loss. So no profit, no loss. No profit, no loss condition is called break even. No profit, no loss condition is called break even point. Firm break evens, that means neither profit nor loss. Break even also called as normal profit, because normal profit is included in cost. So when you have no profit, it means it includes normal profit, because जो normal profit है वो cost में included है. So if a firm is able to recover entire cost, it means firm is earning normal profit. But if average revenue is greater than average cost, then profit is more than normal. So any profit more than normal, you can say it is supernormal profit. Or what could be the other term? Excess profit or abnormal profit. Supernormal profit, excess profit or abnormal profit. There will be no problem if firm is having supernormal profit. Firm will also operate when firm is having normal profit, but third condition is most important. If average revenue is less than average cost, then what will happen? If AR is less and AC is more, then this term is negative. So profit is negative. Negative profit means loss. So now question is, if there is loss for firm, what firm will do?
Depend on cost.
If there will be loss from firm, what will be the behavior of that firm? Whether firm will continue to produce despite loss or whether firm will shut down. It depends now. It depends. So it depends upon what?
Fixed cost.
It depends upon variable cost, not fixed cost. It depends upon variable cost and not fixed cost. So concept पहले classes जरा clear करते रहेंगे, because this concept will help you to explain entire market. ये common चलेगा ओलिगोपोली, मोनोपोलिस्टिक, मोनोपोली और परफेक्ट कंपटीशन में. So right now जो आप concept पढ़ रहे हैं ये common है भी सब for entire market. I will explain that. If AR is less than AC, then there will be loss, and if there is loss, there are two possibilities. Within loss there could be two possibilities. One, firm may continue to operate or firm may prefer to shut down. That decision depends upon variable cost, and the condition is this: if price, but when I say price it means what? AR. So if price is less than average variable cost, then firm will shut down, and if price is greater than average variable cost, then despite loss firm will continue to operate. ठीक है, इस पॉइंट को पहले समझेंगे. Within loss firm may continue to operate or firm may shut down. Firm will shut down if price is less than variable cost, and firm will continue to operate if price is greater than average variable cost. I will make it further easy for you to memorize. Firm operate तभी करता है when firm earns operating profit. Firm operate तभी करेगा when firm earns operating profit. But what is operating profit and how this profit is different? When I say operating profit, then operating profit is TR minus TVC only, and when you find this profit, then it is TR minus TC, but TC include variable and fixed both, but operating profit is only TR minus total variable cost. So if I say operating profit is positive, so then it can be positive. Operating profit positive होगा तो profit होने के लिए TR should be greater than TVC, then only operating profit will be positive. If you divide both by quantity, then what you will get? TR को भी मैंने Q से divide कर दिया और TVC को भी Q से divide कर दिया, तो total revenue by quantity is average revenue. Average revenue is price. So this is price, and total variable cost divided by quantity is average variable cost. So P greater than ABC means what? P greater than ABC means there will be positive operating profit. Since firm is having operating profit, so firm will operate. But if P will be less than ABC, then ऑपरेटिंग लॉस होगा, ऑपरेट करने में लॉस हो रहा है, सो बेटर नॉट टू ऑपरेट, शट डाउन. सो शट डाउन मीन्स देयर इज नो क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूस बाय फर्म, क्वांटिटी विल बी रिड्यूस टू जीरो. सो just remember, in the case of loss, because you have to show different condition graphically as well as equation के form में, loss condition में there are two possibilities. Firm may continue to operate or firm may shut down. Firm will shut down if price is less than average variable cost, and firm will continue to operate if price is greater than average variable cost. सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. अगर क्लास को रन करने से इतनी रेवेन्यू भी नहीं मिलती कि हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बिल पे कर पाए, देन इट इज बेटर टू शट डाउन. दैट मीन्स वो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट है, दैट इज अ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. यू कैन सेव दैट वेरिएबल कॉस्ट बाय शटिंग डाउन, but you can't save your fixed cost by shutting down, because that does not depend upon quantity. So your decision to operate or not to operate depends upon variable cost. Whether you are meeting that variable cost or not, that will determine whether firm will continue to operate or whether firm will shut down. तो ये याद आएगा second concept. So if price is greater than AC, then supernormal profit. Price या मतलब price equal to average cost, then normal profit. Price less than average cost, then loss. So within loss there are two possibilities. So when firm operate, price should be greater than ABC, but if price is less than ABC, then firm will shut down them. So these are the two basic points that you will have to recall when we study perfect competition or monopoly or monopolistic or oligopoly in all form. Clear? Any doubt in this? So now we can start with the first form of market, that is perfect competition. Perfect competition. Remember, इस लेवल पे कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट के फीचर्स सिर्फ आपको पता होने चाहिए, वो कहीं लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो अ परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट इज कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय लार्ज नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स. बट व्हेन आई से एनी फीचर, तो आप उस फीचर का इम्प्लीकेशन बता सकते हो, व्हाट डज इट इम्प्लाई. ए परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट इज कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय प्रेजेंस ऑफ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स, मतलब लार्ज नंबर ऑफ फर्म्स हैं मार्केट के अंदर. मार्केट मतलब इंडस्ट्री है. सो इन एन इंडस्ट्री देयर आर मेनी फर्म्स. सो वी कैन से दैट मार्केट फॉर पेन इज कॉम्पिटिटिव. सो देयर आर मेनी फर्म्स प्रोड्यूसिंग पेन. सो व्हाट इज द इम्प्लीकेशन ऑफ दैट? Large number of firms basically imply that one single firm cannot control the price. Therefore, firm act as price taker. So if there are large number of seller in the market, then one individual firm do not have any control over the market price. So who determine the market price then? Market price is determined by the market forces, and market forces means demand and supply forces. So market demand and market supply, that will determine the price. But in a market there are many firms, and this is right side diagram is for one particular firm. So for one particular firm this price will remain constant, and at the same price firm can sell as much quantity as it can. अब इसको जरा easy कर लो. For one particular firm price is constant, बराबर में quantity लिखा है. So if I say price is constant at, for example, suppose 10, so price will remain 10 whether firm is selling 1 unit or 2 unit or 3 unit or 4 unit or any unit. Price into quantity will become what? So it will be 10, 20, 30, 40. What is the meaning of marginal revenue? Addition to revenue. So what is the addition to total revenue every time? Every time the addition to revenue is 10. So this price is equal to what? MR, and therefore you draw this line horizontal. This is your MR line as well. So in fact in a competitive market you don't have to determine price. Price to fix hai. It is determined by the market. Firm has to take only one decision. And what is the decision? At that price how much quantity firm will produce. So how much quantity firm will produce? At that price firm will always produce that much quantity where its own profit is maximized, and when profit get maximized, when MR is equal to MC, and slope of MC is greater than slope of MR. So large number of seller means that firm act as price taker. ठीक है, ऐसे सिर्फ याद रखेंगे, कहीं लिखना नहीं. When I say large number of seller, it implies that firm is acting as a price taker. तो अगर कंसेप्ट के लिए इजी करना तो आप एक सेंटेंस यहाँ सिर्फ इम्प्लीकेशन लिखते जाना इसके बराबर. This feature imply that means this feature, large number of sellers, this feature imply that a single firm do not have any control over price. A single firm do not have any control over price. A single firm do not have any control over price, which is determined by market. Which is determined by market. Which is determined by market. So firm acts as price taker. Firm acts as price taker. Firm acts as price taker. So first property is large number of seller. We can say second property that those sellers are producing homogeneous product or good. Second property is homogeneous product. So in a market there are many firms, but all firms are producing same product. So what does it imply? Implication सोचिए तो common है. But all firms produce the same product. It means what?
Same in texture, colors.
All are identical, but it also implies, most importantly, that no firm can charge different price. Because जो consumer है उसके लिए मालूम है कि all firms are selling same good, so no firm can charge different price. So whenever product is homogeneous, the price will remain same. Price can't be different. तो ये ओलिगोपोली कंसेप्ट में भी याद रखेंगे जब ओलिगोपोली पढ़ेंगे तो, बिकॉज वहाँ पे दो पॉसिबिलिटीज होती है. प्रोडक्ट could be homogeneous or it could be differentiated. So when it is homogeneous, then price can't be different. When it is differentiated product, then only price can be different. So if product is homogeneous, it means all firms will charge same price, and which price they are charging, which is determined by the market forces. So second property is this homogeneous product. Then I write down the third important feature, just free entry and exit. Free entry and exit. So when I say market is competitive, then competitive market is characterized by free entry and exit. Now what does this feature imply?
No legal restriction.
Free entry and exit का मतलब हो गया कि in long run all firm will have only normal profit, because if price is greater than average cost, then it implies supernormal profit. If there is supernormal profit earned by firms in the market, then new firms will enter into the market. But as new firms will enter into the market, what will happen? Remember, prices are determined by market demand and market supply. Their intersection determine price. So when new firms will enter into the market, then the supply curve will shift right side and price will reduce. So this price will continue to fall so that it becomes equal to average cost. And if price is less than average cost, then loss, but in loss firms will make exit from the industry. So as firms will make exit from the industry, then the supply curve will shift left side and price will increase. So this entry and exit ensure that in long run all firms will have only normal profit. तो जिस मार्केट की ये प्रॉपर्टी होगी जहाँ पे एंट्री और एग्जिट फ्री होगा, इन दैट मार्केट फर्म विल हैव ओनली नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट इन लॉन्ग रन. तो कब सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट हो सकता है? जब एंट्री रिस्ट्रिक्टेड हो, और एंट्री पे रिस्ट्रिक्शन किस मार्केट में होगा? मोनोपोली मार्केट के अंदर होगा. So in monopoly firm may have super normal profit even in the long run. So this is just I've done the implication of it. This feature imply that in long run, this feature imply that in long run all competitive firms will earn only normal profit. Remember, there are many features apart from this, but these three are the most important जिसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी, relevance होगा. Apart from that, there is another feature of perfect information, perfect knowledge, free mobility of factors of production and so on, but no need to write that. So large number of firms producing homogeneous goods and entry and exit is free. Now the first topic is explain price and output determination. Price and output determination. Make this heading first. So we are explaining price and output determination for perfect competition. Read in first paragraph. The firm is in equilibrium. When it maximizes its profit. The firm is in equilibrium when it maximizes its profit, which is defined as difference between total revenue and total cost. Difference between total revenue and total cost. Given that normal rate of profit is included in cost, given that normal rate of profit is included in cost of firm, normal rate of profit is included in cost of firm, after comma profit is above the normal rate of return. Profit is above the normal rate of return. Profit is above the normal rate of return. Next paragraph. Equilibrium of firm may be shown graphically. Equilibrium of firm may be shown graphically in two ways. Equilibrium of firm may be shown graphically in two ways. So there are two methods. First, TR and TC approach. TR and TC approach. And second, MR and MC approach. MR and MC approach. First approach is TR and TC, second approach is MR and MC. So we'll explain both approaches separately. So first approach first. We are explaining right now TR and TC approach. So how to calculate profit? Profit is the difference of our revenue and cost. So if you follow this approach, TR and TC approach, we can write here quantity, here total revenue and total cost. ठीक है? What is total revenue? Price multiplied by quantity. ये टोटल रेवेन्यू टोटल कॉस्ट आप मार्केट का लिख रहे हो या फर्म का लिख रहे हो? फर्म का है. तो वेदर एनी फर्म हैज कंट्रोल ओवर प्राइस और फर्म इज अ प्राइस टेकर, तो उसके लिए प्राइस क्या है? कांस्टेंट है. सो रिमेंबर दिस प्राइस इज फिक्स्ड, वो प्राइस फिक्स है. फर्म इज अ प्राइस टेकर, so for that firm price is constant. So as quantity will increase, total revenue will increase at a certain rate. So when you draw that total revenue will be starting from origin, it will be a straight line. But why I am drawing it a straight line? Because I am assuming that we are explaining perfectly competitive market, perfect competition market है. तो ये argument clear है. total revenue straight line क्यों ना है? total revenue straight line बना रहे हैं क्योंकि price constant है. So slope of that TR will be price. Slope of TR is what? MR. और MR किसके बराबर है? प्राइस के बराबर है. MR और प्राइस बराबर है. परफेक्ट कंपटीशन में MR और प्राइस सेम है. So total revenue you have to start from origin and draw a straight line. You can draw it steeper or you can draw it flatter. That depends upon price level. Now what are the components of total cost? टोटल कॉस्ट में फिक्स कॉस्ट भी है और वेरिएबल भी है. फिक्स कॉस्ट मीन्स इट विल बी इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रॉम क्वांटिटी. सो इवन व्हेन प्रोडक्शन विल बी जीरो, देयर विल बी सम कॉस्ट व्हिच विल बी फिक्स कॉस्ट, एंड एज क्वांटिटी विल इंक्रीज, देयर विल बी इंक्रीज इन वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. सो व्हाट इज द शेप ऑफ टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व? व्हेन यू ड्रॉ दैट टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व, रिमेंबर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अ पॉजिटिव इंटरसेप्ट. पॉजिटिव इसलिए बनाया क्योंकि ये क्या डिपेंड करेगा? फिक्स कॉस्ट को डिपेंड करेगा. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस यू विल ड्रॉ दैट टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व एज इन्वर्टेड एस इन शेप. Inverted S in shape. So this is your total cost line. That will be total cost line. And what is profit? Profit is difference of TR and TC, and that profit needs to be maximized. So where profit is maximized in graph? जहाँ पे TC और TR इक्वल है वहाँ प्रॉफिट जीरो हो गया, वहाँ प्रॉफिट जीरो है. इस पॉइंट पे भी TC और TR इक्वल है तो यहाँ भी प्रॉफिट जीरो है. टू द लेफ्ट ऑफ इट, टू द लेफ्ट ऑफ इट TC is more, TR is less, so there will be loss. To the right of it also there will be loss. Only in between there will be profit, and profit is the vertical distance between these two. तो जहाँ पे ये गैप मैक्सिमाइज हो रहा है वो मार्क कर लेगा अपने डायग्राम में. जहाँ पे ये वर्टिकल गैप मैक्सिमाइज हो रहा है वो मार्क कर लेंगे. सो दिस इज द मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट, बट दिस विल बी द मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट इफ फर्म प्रोड्यूसेस दिस मच ऑफ क्वांटिटी. सो दिस इज द क्वांटिटी वेयर प्रॉफिट इज मैक्सिमाइज. सिंबल को रीड कीजिएगा जहाँ जहाँ लिख रहे हैं. पाई प्रॉफिट के लिए, मैक्सिमाइजेशन के लिए. सो एट दिस क्वांटिटी प्रॉफिट गेट मैक्सिमाइज. एट दिस क्वांटिटी प्रॉफिट गेट मैक्सिमाइज. Now, since at this quantity total revenue is more and total cost is less, so this is the diagram for total revenue more, total cost less. So this is the diagram for normal profit, supernormal profit or loss. Supernormal profit. So this is the diagram for supernormal profit. बट न्यूमेरिकल में आपने ये भी लिखा है कि जहाँ प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज होता है वहाँ पे MR और MC भी बराबर होते हैं. तो ग्राफ के टर्म में बता सकते हैं MR MC बराबर हुए या नहीं ग्राफिकली? इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे एम आर एम सी बराबर है, हम बता सकते हैं? ग्राफिकली क्या बोलेंगे? स्लोप ऑफ टी आर इज एम आर, तो ये लाइन स्ट्रेट है, इसका स्लोप अधिक कांस्टेंट रहेगा, बट जो टोटल कॉस्ट है वो स्ट्रेट लाइन ही है, नॉन लीनियर है। तो किसी पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे स्लोप जानने के लिए क्या करते हैं? एट दैट पॉइंट यू ड्रॉ टेंजेंसी, बट व्हेन यू ड्रॉ दैट टेंजेंसी इट विल बी पैरेलल टू टी आर लाइन, बिकॉज मैथमेटिकली वो होना है, so it will be parallel to that line. So just draw a short tangency at that point, and that tangency must be parallel to that TR line, implying that MR is also equal to MC at the same quantity. So this is the diagram for supernormal profit. Mark it as diagram number 1. So what is the profit diagram here? अगर आपसे सिर्फ कहा जाए प्रॉफिट का डायग्राम शो करो, इसी डायग्राम के अंदर प्रॉफिट का डायग्राम, प्रॉफिट टी आर और टी सी का गैप है। सो एट दिस क्वांटिटी प्रॉफिट विल बी जीरो, एज यू मूव टू द राइट प्रॉफिट विल इंक्रीज, it will reach a maximum and then again it will reduce. So if you plot profit diagram, what will be the shape? Initially it will increase, reach maximum and then decreases. So what is the shape? Inverted U. So if you plot it graphically, the profit diagram is basically this. It reaches maximum here and then decline to 0. ठीक है, दिस इज, यहाँ जो वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस आ रहा है वो यहाँ प्लॉट हो रहा है, ये डिस्टेंस जो आ रहा है वो यहाँ प्लॉट कर रहे हो आप, ये मैक्सिमम हो गया, ये वैल्यू आपने यहाँ प्लॉट कर दी. सो दिस इज अ प्रॉफिट डायग्राम. Right, one paragraph below that. The total revenue curve is straight line through origin. The total revenue curve is a straight line through origin, showing that price is constant at all levels of output. Price is constant at all levels of output. Full stop. The firm is price taker. And it can sell. The firm is price taker and it can sell any amount of output at current market price. Full stop. The slope of TR is MR. The slope of TR is MR and it is constant and equal to existing market price. So under perfect competition, ये कंडीशन लिख देंगे, MR is equal to AR and AR is equal to price. Under perfect competition, MR equal to AR equal to price. That means when question will come, you have to explain why you have drawn that TR straight line, because we are explaining it for perfectly competitive market where firms act as price taker. Next paragraph for this cost curve. The total cost curve is, next paragraph, the total cost curve is inverted S in shape. The total cost curve is inverted S in shape due to law of variable proportion, due to law of variable proportion. Also, the firm maximizes profit. The firm maximizes profit when distance between, firm maximizes profit when distance between TR and TC is maximized. Distance between TR and TC is maximized. Full stop. At any other level of output, at any other level of output, profit is not maximized. Profit is not maximized. Full stop. Since difference between TR and TC is positive, since this difference between TR and TC is positive, so firm is earning supernormal profit. So firm is earning supernormal profit. Firm is earning supernormal profit. Within bracket just write diagram 1. In diagram 1 you have shown that condition. So this is one possibility of supernormal profit. What is the other possibility? Other possibilities of loss. Now, in loss when firm will operate, loss में आपको डायग्राम थोड़ा केयरफुली ड्रॉ करना है. If you are going to draw a diagram that represent loss condition, remember in loss firm will operate when? So loss means TR is less than total cost, तभी loss होना है. But loss में operate कब करते हैं? जब TR की वैल्यू किससे बड़ी हो? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट से ग्रेटर हो. सो इन ग्राफ यू हैव टू शो बोथ कंडीशन, TR less than TC and TR greater than TVC, then only despite loss firm will operate. So how to show it graphically now? First of all, draw that TR line straight. Now you have to draw total as well as total variable cost, both. First draw the total cost curve. Where you will draw the total cost curve? Total cost will always start with a positive intercept. Loss condition में when you draw that total cost line, it must be above it. तो बताओ लॉस कहाँ पे मिनिमाइज हो रहा है? अगर प्रॉफिट होता है तो हम उसे मैक्सिमाइज करेंगे, बट लॉस हो रहा है तो वो मिनिमाइज करेंगे. तो वहां कहाँ पे लॉस मिनिमम होगा? जहाँ पे ये गैप मिनिमाइज हो रहा है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मार्क दैट डिस्टेंस वेयर लॉस गेट मिनिमाइज. सो फर्म विल प्रोड्यूस दिस मच ऑफ क्वांटिटी in order to minimize the loss. So this is the loss minimizing quantity. और यहाँ भी एम आर और एम सी बराबर होंगे, मतलब स्लोप ऑफ टी आर और टी सी इक्वल होगा. इफ यू ड्रॉ टेंजेंसी एट टोटल कॉस्ट लाइन, इट विल बी पैरेलल टू दैट टी आर लाइन. दैट एम सी एंड एम आर मस्ट बी इक्वल हियर ऑल्सो. व्हाट इज, और क्या ड्रॉ करें डायग्राम में? आपको ये दिखाना है कि लॉस में फर्म ऑपरेट कर रहा है. लॉस तो शो कर दिया, अब ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि वो ऑपरेट कर रहा है या शट डाउन हो गया? ऑपरेट करने के लिए यू हैव टू ड्रॉ दैट टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एंड दैट टोटल वेरिएबल शुड बी लेस देन. So that variable cost will start from origin, because if there is no production there will be no variable cost, and that total variable cost must be parallel to that. जब आप कॉस्ट ड्रॉ करोगे तो एक टोटल कॉस्ट की लाइन अगर हमने ये ड्रॉ कर रखी है TC, then variable cost must always be parallel to that, because the gap between these two is fixed cost. So starting from this point, draw it parallel and make sure वो इस पॉइंट पे नीचे होना चाहिए. जिस पॉइंट को आपने मार्क कर रखा है, एट दैट क्वांटिटी टीवीसी शुड बी लेस देन टीआर. अगर हमने ये पूरी लाइन ऊपर बना ली होती तो फिर शट डाउन हो जाएगा. So when you are showing the case of loss, remember in loss firm is operating because TR is greater than total variable cost. Mark the axis, quantity and TR and TC as well as TBC on axis. Then this is your diagram number 2 for loss. Next paragraph. However, below the diagram, however in short run, there could be loss for competitive firm. In short run there could be loss for competitive firm when total cost is greater than total revenue. When total cost is greater than total revenue. But firm may continue to operate. Firm may continue to operate. Firm may continue to operate despite loss if total revenue is greater than total variable cost. Total revenue is greater than total variable cost because in that situation firm will earn operating profit. In that situation firm will earn operating profit. Underline that. In that situation firm will earn operating profit. Within bracket diagram 2. We have shown that case in second diagram. We must note that if total variable cost is greater than TR, then firm will shut down and there will be no production. Firm will shut down and there will be no production. So what is exactly shutdown point? If TR is more than TVC, firm will operate despite loss. If it is just equal to that, then that point is called shutdown point. So in terms of average, you say when price is greater than average variable cost, firm will operate. If price is less than average variable cost, firm will not operate. So if price is exactly equal to ABC, then that point is called, but average variable cost is not a constant number, वो तो curve है, different values हैं. So which point exactly? ABC is not a fixed number, it is a moving number. That means for different quantity there will be different average variable cost. So which average variable cost exactly? Minimum of average variable cost. So what is shutdown price? Shutdown price is equal to minimum of ABC. ये होता है shutdown price. Average variable cost का जो minimum होगा, that will be the shutdown price. So first diagram was for profit, second is for loss. Can you draw it for normal profit? This is the case when firm is having loss, but despite loss firm is continuing to operate. So when firm will prefer not to operate, shutdown. But shutdown का मतलब TVC must be greater than TR. तो अगर मैंने ये टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट का जो कर्व है इसे TR के ऊपर अगर ड्रॉ कर लिया तो फर्म प्रोडक्शन नहीं करेगा, क्वांटिटी जीरो हो जाएगी. ठीक है, वही एवरेज के टर्म में जब एक्सप्लेन करेंगे तो आ जाएगा. सो फर्स्ट वाज फॉर प्रॉफिट, सेकंड इज फॉर लॉस. व्हाट इज द थर्ड कंडीशन? नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. सो व्हाट इज द व्हेन देयर विल बी नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट एंड व्हाट इज द डायग्राम फॉर इट? नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट का डायग्राम. So if you take the normal profit, then how to plot? Draw again TR line straight. ठीक है. Now in the first diagram you have drawn total cost curve below this. In this loss diagram you have drawn it above it. So in the case of normal profit it must be just but in this way. नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट ग्राफ में डिस्टेंस के फॉर्म में शो नहीं होगा बिकॉज TR और TC दोनों वैल्यू सेम है. सो दिस इज द क्वांटिटी व्हेन प्रॉफिट इज नॉर्मल. ठीक है. एक कॉमन मिस्टेक है जो ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट जो एक क्वेश्चन आ रखा है, विल शो दैट क्वेश्चन हाउ दिस क्वेश्चन हैज कम इन पेपर. एक कॉमन मिस्टेक है जो नॉर्मली स्टूडेंट पेपर ये आंसर लिखते समय कर जाते हैं, वो ये है. सी दिस फर्स्ट डायग्राम. ये डायग्राम एक्चुअल में किस पर्पस के लिए बनाया गया? यहाँ जब आप क्वांटिटी लिख रहे हैं तो दिस इज ओनली फॉर सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. डोंट शो दैट यहाँ तो नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट जीरो हो गया, यहाँ ओनली नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट है और इसके लेफ्ट में क्या है? लॉस है. वो गलत डायग्राम हो जाएगा. दिस इज डायग्राम ओनली फॉर सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट बिकॉज वट एवर बी द क्वांटिटी एट दैट क्वांटिटी MR मस्ट बी इक्वल टू MC ऑल्सो. MR की वैल्यू MC के बराबर होनी चाहिए. सो दिस इज जस्ट शोइंग सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. दिस डायग्राम इज जस्ट शोइंग loss condition, but whenever you show loss always draw total variable cost, and in the case of normal profit just TC must be tangent on that total revenue. So just add one more sentence. If total cost is just equal to total revenue, then there will be only normal profit for firm. There will be only normal profit for firm. पेपर के अंदर when you see this question, जो टॉपिक अभी आपने एक्सप्लेन किया है, you will have this topic वाइज क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, आपको मेल पे या स्टडी मटेरियल के फॉर्म में मिल जाएगा. When you look at this question of market structure topic only, this question was in the year 2015 I think. You can read this question number 14, first question on this page. First one, just read that question. Under perfect competition in the short run, find out graphically without using average cost curve. तो क्वेश्चन ने प्रोहिबिट कर दिया, you don't have to use average cost curve. Without using average cost curve, the condition in equilibrium for existence of normal profit, supernormal profit and loss. This was the compulsory question in 2015. So without using average cost curve means what? ग्राफिकली बनाना है, बट ग्राफ में एवरेज नहीं ड्रॉ करना है. तो अगर आप एवरेज ड्रॉ नहीं करोगे तो यू हैव ओनली वन ऑप्शन, यू हैव टू यूज दैट TR एंड TC अप्रोच. देयर आर टू अप्रोच. I said there are two approach for equilibrium. One is TR/TC, other is MRMC. तो MRMC अभी हमने ड्रॉ नहीं किया है, वो सेकेंड अप्रोच है. In that MR and MC, I will use average cost as well to determine that profit area. But in this first diagram, you have not drawn average cost curve. So without using average cost curve, you have to show the condition of normal profit, supernormal profit and loss. ये 3 डायग्राम आने हैं और in between जो पैराग्राफ शॉर्ट में लिख रखा है कि why you have drawn that straight line, why total cost curve is inverted as and so on. You have to explain that. That means for that question in paper you will have just 7 to 8 minutes to write. 10 marks का question है, 1.5 side basically you have to write, including that 3 diagrams. So if you write exactly in the same format, जो वर्ड्स जैसे यहाँ यूज करें एग्जैक्टली आप उसी फॉर्म में, और डायग्राम का प्रेजेंटेशन अगर क्लियर हो तो इन दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट आई कैन से यू कैन स्कोर इवन 70%, मतलब मैक्सिमम. So out of 10 you can get 7 if you draw 3 diagram accurately, define the condition of loss exactly, because that will be an important part of that. Now just modify one thing. Suppose future में अगर यहाँ परफेक्ट कंपटीशन की जगह मोनोपोली लिखा होता, I said profit maximizing condition will not change, but your graph will change. Condition will remain same, but your graph will change. And what will be the difference in graph then? Market determines the revenue. Cost is independent from the market. तो cost का डायग्राम कभी चेंज नहीं होगा. टोटल कॉस्ट का वो इन्वर्टेड एस रहेगा इन ऑल मार्केट, बट योर रेवेन्यू डिपेंड्स अपॉन विच मार्केट यू सेल योर प्रोडक्ट. सो रेवेन्यू डायग्राम विल बी डिफरेंट. अंडर परफेक्ट कंपटीशन फर्म वाज अ प्राइस टेकर, सो दैट लाइन वाज स्ट्रेट, बट इन मोनोपोली फर्म विल नॉट बी अ प्राइस टेकर, सो दैट रेवेन्यू लाइन विल नॉट रिमेन सेम. तो उसका भी ध्यान रखेंगे. अगर रेवेन्यू लाइन स्ट्रेट नहीं है, मतलब रेवेन्यू का जो कर्व होगा वो डिफरेंट हो जाएगा, तो वो एक नोट के फॉर्म में आप सेपरेट कर लीजिएगा. एंड दिस क्वेश्चन ऑफ 2015 ये ऑप्शनल के अंदर एएस के अंदर भी है और इकोनॉमिक सर्विस के अंदर भी है. लास्ट इट वाज इन 2015 इन दिस एंड आई थिंक इन 2017 इन इकोनॉमिक सर्विस. सो क्वेश्चन बैंक यूपीएससी का सेम रहता है. वो कुछ क्वेश्चन इकोनॉमिक सर्विस के इधर कभी पूछे जा रहे हैं, कभी आईएएस वाले में इकोनॉमिक सर्विस पूछे जा रहे हैं. तो 15 में ये आ रखा था और 17 में वो इकोनॉमिक सर्विस के अंदर सेम क्वेश्चन है विदाउट एनी एडिटिंग. तो जस्ट मॉडिफाई वन थिंग. अगर मोनोपोली करेंगे तो क्या करेंगे डायग्राम में, आप अपने रजिस्टर में जस्ट नोट दैट एप्लीकेशन पार्ट. सो कंडीशन इज सेम. इफ इट इज मोनोपोली, जस्ट नोट दिस. If it is monopoly, then in monopoly total revenue will start from this. And TR curve will not be a straight line. TC will remain same. So where is the profit maximizing condition? When profit is maximized? Again same concept apply karo, where the gap between TR and TC get maximized. So this is the quantity when profit is maximized, and can we say that MC is equal to MR at that quantity? Yes, it must be. And to get MC you draw tangency on TC, and to get MR you draw tangency on that TR line, and these two tangencies must be parallel, implying that MR is equal to MC. So this is for supernormal profit in monopoly. Supernormal profit in monopoly. Then what will be the case for loss? ये तो वन डायग्राम हो गया मोनोपोली का. लॉस में अब जो कंसेप्ट पढ़ रहे वो अप्लाई करना, बिकॉज नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज एप्लीकेशन नाउअडेज. यू हैव टू अप्लाई दैट कंसेप्ट, so you know how to show loss. In loss firm will operate, so for that purpose how to draw it? First of all, to show loss that TC must be above, but in loss firm will operate when TVC must be below. So this is for supernormal profit, then ये हो गया. And for loss, this is your total revenue line. For loss, draw that entire line above. Total cost. जहाँ पे मिनिमाइज हो रहा है वो पहले मार्क कर लेंगे. This is the quantity for loss minimization. And what else? Now TC is greater than TR. Fine. But firm will operate only when TR is greater than TVC. So for that purpose, you will start drawing total variable cost line from Orion, and at that quantity make sure it must be below. ये ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट है, ये गैप, और ऊपर वाला गैप लॉस है. If you mark here A point and this point B and this point C, so what is loss then? Loss is AB, and what is operating profit? BC, operating profit. And in the case of normal, it must be just tangent here. Clear? So this was your first approach, TR and TC approach. Now move to the second approach. Second approach is MR and MC approach. Clear है, कोई confusion? So this was a total revenue, total cost approach for you. The alternate approach is what? MR and MC approach. So in register just make that subheading, MR and MC approach, second approach. MR and MC approach. Right, and the alternative approach is based on MR and MC. The alternative approach is based on MR and MC. Full stop. The profit will be maximized when following condition is satisfied. The profit will be maximized when following condition is satisfied. When following condition is satisfied. So what will be the following condition? What you will write here? When profit gets maximized. So in that technical note you have written that. वहाँ पेपर में ये शो नहीं करना है. Following condition means you have to write only what? MR equal to MC and slope of MC greater than slope of MR. So write down these two conditions. Following condition is satisfied. Number one, MR equal to MC, and second, slope of MC greater than slope of MR. Next paragraph. Now before explaining that, I will use this graph, then you can use it. We are now following this marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. अब आप एक काम करेंगे, you will draw both part in the sense this is the diagram for market and this one is for one particular firm. Who will determine price? Market forces of supply and demand, so the intersection determine the price, and price will be equal to MR. Price will be equal to MR. So just draw that horizontal line. Average cost curve will be U-shaped. So draw that average cost curve. Marginal cost will always cut average cost from the minimum point, and that marginal cost curve is also U-shaped, cutting through the minimum point of AC. Draw that MC line. And now determine where that profit maximizing condition is satisfied. MR equal to MC equal to मतलब intersection का point. So first mark this point. This will determine the quantity where profit get maximized. This will determine the quantity where profit get maximized. But remember, in this diagram you have used average also. यहाँ हमने average भी use किया हुआ है. How to determine the profit area? Which area is profit area? Simple है. Profit के लिए मुझे TR निकालना है. तो TR is nothing but price multiplied by quantity. So price is this, quantity is this. So you multiply price with quantity, you get this rectangle. That area is total revenue area. From that total revenue area, what you will subtract? And how to find that total cost? Average cost multiplied by quantity. So quantity to ye, for this quantity, how much is average cost? Average cost is this value. So average cost multiplied by quantity. Average cost multiplied by quantity, you get this rectangle. So this larger rectangle is revenue area. This smaller rectangle is cost area. So difference of revenue and cost is profit. So this area represents supernormal profit. So this area is for supernormal profit. Now क्वेश्चन सिर्फ ये रहता है कि व्हाट टू एक्सप्लेन हियर, और ये एक्चुअल में उसके पीछे का इंट्यूटिव लॉजिक आप समझते हो कि एम आर इक्वल टू एम सी पे प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज क्यों हो जाता है. वो तो मैथ्स में आपने सीख लिया, बट यहाँ पे मैथ्स नहीं यूज करना है और डिस्क्रिप्शन ज़्यादा देना है. व्हेन एम आर बिकम्स इक्वल टू एम सी, वाई प्रॉफिट गेट मैक्सिमाइज एट दैट पॉइंट. सिंपल सा लॉजिक है, यहाँ से बनेगा. मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू एग्जैक्टली रिप्रेजेंट व्हाट? Addition to revenue, and marginal cost represent. So if firm thinks about producing any quantity for any particular quantity, if addition to revenue is more than addition to cost, it means it is profitable for firm to produce that quantity. So in that condition, firm will continue to produce more and more quantity. But if addition to cost is more and addition to revenue is less, then unprofitable to produce that quantity. So firm will prefer to produce less quantity. तो ये quantity कब तक change होती रहेगी? जब तक ये दोनों बराबर नहीं हो जाते. So when MR becomes equal to MC, then only profit get maximized or loss get minimized, either way. So you have to explain in these terms. ये description के form में आएगा. In that paragraph, below this diagram, paragraph. The firm is in equilibrium at. The firm is in equilibrium at. The firm is in equilibrium at the level of output. At the level of output defined by intersection of MR and MC curve. intersection of MR and MC curve. To the left of इस क्वांटिटी की बात हो रही है, to the left of profit maximizing quantity, to the left of profit maximizing quantity, each unit of output to the left of profit maximizing quantity, each unit of output is adding more to revenue, and less to cost, is adding more to revenue and less to cost, within bracket MR greater than MC, adding more to revenue and less to cost. So profit can be increased by producing more output. Profit can be increased by producing more output. On the other hand, to the right of profit maximizing quantity, so here now we are referring to the right of it. To the right of profit maximizing quantity, each unit of output is adding more to cost and less to revenue, So it is profitable to reduce output. Therefore, profit is maximized at output Q star or Q pi m, ये लिखते हैं. Profit is maximized at output Q star. But you have to add one more point also here. Just by saying that marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost does not necessarily mean that there is profit. Profit or loss depends upon, marginal is just for the last unit and we calculate profit on the total. So just by saying that MR is equal to MC does not necessarily mean that there will be profit. There can be profit, there can be loss also, and that depends upon, profit or loss will depend upon what? Profit or loss will depend upon whether price is greater than AC or whether price is less than AC or whether price is equal to that AC. So add that paragraph also. The fact that a firm is in equilibrium, does not necessarily mean that it makes excess profit. Full stop. Whether firm earns excess profit or not, depends on position of price and average cost. Full stop. If price is greater than average cost, if price is greater than average cost, then there will be excess profit. There will be excess profit. There will be excess profit. और ये लिखते समय यहाँ ब्रैकेट में जस्ट मेंशन डायग्राम 1 जस्ट फॉर एक्सेस प्रॉफिट. but if price is less than average cost, if price is less than average cost, then there will be loss. If price is less than average cost, then there will be loss. But despite loss, firm will continue to operate. Despite loss, firm will continue to operate. Despite loss, firm will continue to operate if it covers total variable cost. If it covers variable cost, total variable cost. If it covers total variable cost. Otherwise, firm will prefer to shut down. Otherwise, firm will prefer to shut down. The point at which firm just covers its variable cost. The point at which firm just covers its variable cost. The point at which firm just covers its variable cost is called shutdown point. Is called shutdown point. So how to show the condition of loss? इसी डायग्राम को आप लॉस के लिए शो कर देना. लॉस में प्राइस की वैल्यू लेस देन ऐसी होनी चाहिए, बट दैट प्राइस मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट होना चाहिए. तो ग्राफ में आपको ये कंडीशन शो करनी. सो वन डायग्राम यू विल ऑलवेज ड्रॉ फॉर द मार्केट एंड द अदर फॉर फर्म. Demand supply intersection determine the price. Price is MR. आगे बताना है कहाँ ड्रॉ करना है. Where I should draw AC and where average variable cost. AC greater than price. So price line is this. So your average cost line must be completely above it. That is AC line. But ABC should be below it. So that average variable cost will be below it, and the gap between these two will narrow down. That will be average variable cost. And passing through the minimum of both, you will draw marginal cost line. Passing through the minimum of both. So first apply how much quantity firm is producing. What is the condition? Which approach we are studying? MRMC approach. So where is the intersection of MR and MC? First you have to mark that point. Intersection of MR and MC is this. So first mark that point. Intersection point first. ठीक है, रेवेन्यू का एरिया दिख रहा है. Which area is of revenue? Revenue is P into Q. So this is price and this is quantity. This area is of revenue area. But which area is total cost area? It will be average cost multiplied by quantity. So quantity तो ये common रहेगा. For this quantity average cost is above. So since average cost is above, just extend this. So cost is more, revenue is less. So which area is of loss? loss area is this is your loss, but despite loss firm is operating because firm is having operating profit. Which area is operating profit area? ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट का एरिया कौन सा हुआ? ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट इज TR minus what? Operating profit is TR minus what? Total variable cost. So when you have to total revenue area, you are look, total revenue area clear है. We have to subtract total variable cost. So for total variable cost, it will be average variable cost multiplied by quantity. So quantity तो common है. For this quantity, average variable cost is this. You mark this area. So which area is operating profit? This is revenue area. This out of that revenue subtract the total variable cost, which is this area. So this unshaded area is operating profit. This unshaded area will be the operating profit area. This one. तो अब यहाँ से कंसेप्ट जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक के लिए मुझे यूज करना है उस पर ध्यान देना. इफ दिस एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट शिफ्ट्स अप और प्राइस फॉल्स, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट का एरिया कम होता रहेगा. फर्म तभी तक ऑपरेट करता है जब तक उसके पास ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट होगा. सो इफ ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट रिड्यूसेस टू जीरो, देन दैट पॉइंट विल बी द शट डाउन पॉइंट. सो इफ प्राइस फॉल्स बिलो देन दैट, there will be no production. There will be production only if there is operating profit. So either when average variable cost shifts up or this price falls down. But remember, price can fall on because there may be shift of the supply curve also in the market. More firms entering into the market. Supply curve shift हो जाएगा और ये price market का कम होता जाएगा. Price अगर market का कम होता गया, then this operating profit area will reduce. And if operating profit reduces to zero, then firm will close down the production. So this is basically the area of loss. And what will be the area of normal profit? Diagram for normal profit. In the supernormal profit you have drawn AC below, in the loss you have drawn it above. So in the normal profit you will just tangent it. ठीक है, तो वो explain करने की जरूरत नहीं. Loss is clear. Remember, be careful always when you explain this loss. And this concept remains common for all form of market, monopoly, monopolistic and so on. So this is, we can say we have discussed one topic, profit maximizing condition, and from that one topic you find one question which was of 2015. ठीक है, अभी तक के जो क्लास के उसमें आपने ये 15 का ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 अभी कवर किया. ठीक है, now move to the second part, but it will be linked with this. ये वर्क नहीं कर रहा होगा मे बी, और वो कर रहा है, वो कल से ठीक हो जाएगा. आज के लिए प्रॉब्लम है. फैन ही तेज कर दो, पानी देना तेज कर दो सर. ठीक है, सेकंड टॉपिक यू कैन राइट मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व इज सप्लाई कर्व ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिव firm. Make this heading. Marginal cost curve is supply curve of competitive firm. Marginal cost curve is supply curve of competitive firm in short run. In short run. In a perfectly competitive market, marginal cost curve is said to be the supply curve of firm in short run. When I say short run, it means what? Micro में short run का मतलब which period? No, it has nothing to do with the time period. 1 year, 1 week, 1 day की बात नहीं हो रही है. Short run is that period where some factors are fixed and in short run firms cannot enter into market or firms cannot leave the market. Entry and exit will be the property of long run. Short run में firm enter or exit नहीं कर रहे, and short run is that period when some factors are fixed. So first of all, short run refers to that period when some factors are fixed, and entry and exit cannot happen in that period. Now, what is the meaning of supply curve? What the supply curve is supposed to explain? मैंने कोई supply curve बनाया, इसका मतलब supply curve is supposed to explain what? Relationship between price and quantity supplied. So any relationship between price and quantity supplied, that means if you can say at price P1 quantity supplied will be Q1, at price P2 quantity supplied will be Q2. So by marking those points we can draw the supply curve, relationship between price and quantity supplied. It is being said that in a competitive market marginal cost itself is the supply curve. Now how to explain this? Just यहाँ पहले I am drawing this diagram for market, that is industry, and this is for firm, and this third diagram is also for firm. Suppose intersection of demand and supply curve, intersection of demand and supply curve is at this point. So what is the market price right now? Market price right now is, say, this intersection. We can make it as P3, right on P3. This is MR line. Clear? And if you draw that average cost curve, below that you can draw average variable cost curve, and the minimum point of draw that marginal cost curve. So if price is P3, how much quantity firm will produce? If price is P3, how much quantity firm will produce? Firm's behavior is rational. Firm will always try to maximize the profit, and profit will get maximized where MR is equal to MC. So just equate MR to MC. So at price P3, firm will produce quantity Q3. Firm is having profit or loss? जो कंसेप्ट अभी तक कर रखा अप्लाई करते जाओ, जरा स्पीड अप बढ़ा लीजिएगा. At this point, since price is more, average cost is less, so firm is having supernormal. So obviously firm will continue to produce. So at price P3, quantity supply will be Q3. I am plotting those points in the final diagram here. At price P3, quantity supplied is Q3. I get 1 point here. ठीक है? Now, suppose this supply curve was not positioned here, but it may be positioned to the right. वो possible है. ये तो हमने arbitrarily भी ले रखा है. Deliberately आप एक point लेंगे जो प्राइस इन बिटवीन कहीं आ जाए, इन दोनों कर्व के बीच. तो if supply curve is positioned here, then what is the price? P2. At P2 price you will draw that line of MR. Now tell me how much quantity firm will produce. If price is not P3 but P2, again use the same condition, MR equal to MC. MR equal to MC will be here. Corresponding to this quantity, whether there is profit or loss, for this quantity price is less, average cost is more, so there is loss, but despite loss firm will operate because ABC is less and price is more. So firm will operate means it will produce that quantity, and sell that quantity in the market. So at price P2 how much quantity supplied? Despite loss firm production करेगा और quantity supply होगी. So at price P2 quantity supplied is Q2. You get second point. एक्चुअल में यहाँ जो कोऑर्डिनेट्स आपको मिलते जाएंगे, दिस वन वो आप वहाँ प्लॉट करते जा रहे हैं. नाउ अगर ये प्राइस और भी कम हो जाए तो and it is just equal to that average variable cost, then what will happen? At price P1, MC is equal to MR, so quantity is Q1 at price P1, whether firm will produce or not, वो ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट भी जीरो हो गया. नाउ फर्म इज इंडिफरेंट बिटवीन प्रोड्यूसिंग एंड shutting down the business. So if firm shuts down the business, then how much quantity produce? Zero. Then it will be zero. So if price is any value lower than P1, then like this number. Price अगर P1 से नीचे कुछ भी हो तो how much is quantity produce? Zero. So till price P1, we can say that quantity produced could be Q1 or it could be zero also. But at any price below P1 there will be no production. So how to plot it? Zero को plot कहाँ पे करोगे? Price अगर P1 से कम होगा तो quantity zero होनी है. तो zero का मतलब ये point होगा, ये line जो vertical आ जाएगी ये zero हो जाएगा सारा. At any price lower than P1 quantity will be zero. So which curve is supply curve? ये पॉइंट आप P1 के नीचे वर्टिकल एक्सिस से कॉन्साइड करते हैं और P1 पे ये दोनों पॉइंट आएंगे एंड देन जस्ट कनेक्ट दिस. दिस इज अ सप्लाई कर्व. बेसिकली यू गेट दिस पॉइंट फ्रॉम हियर, यू आर गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट फ्रॉम दिस पेंडू, लास्ट पॉइंट फ्रॉम दिस पेंडू. सो 1 2 3 इनको हमने कनेक्ट कर रखा, बट दिस लाइन इज नथिंग बट मार्जिनल कॉस्ट लाइन. So marginal cost curve is supply curve, but not the entire marginal cost curve. Which part? Not entire upward part also. Upward and lying above ABC. Marginal cost curve is supply curve, but not the entire marginal cost curve. It is only that part of marginal cost curve which is lying above the average variable cost curve. जो average variable cost curve के ऊपर है से वही वाला part लाई करेगा. So marginal cost curve is supply curve but not the full shape. Supply curve आप U shape नहीं बनाते हो कभी. Supply curve हमने जनरली हमेशा क्या बनाया है? क्वालिटी स्लो बना रखा है. बट marginal cost curve तो U shape होता है. तो कौन सा पार्ट डिलीट हो गया? ये सेक्शन डिलीट हो गया है, ये नहीं आएगा. सप्लाई कर्व में ये marginal cost का ये लोअर वाला सेक्शन नहीं आएगा जो ABC के नीचे है. So it is that part of MC which is lying above the average variable cost curve, which is supply curve. So how to explain that? This is one question. When we will move to the monopoly, then with monopoly again we will relate. So remember, under perfect competition, marginal cost curve is supply curve, and this is supply curve of one, and that too in key points are short run and firm. We have drawn supply curve for one firm, and that too in short run. So just write one paragraph below that. Supply curve explains relationship between price and quantity supplied. Price and quantity supplied. For a competitive firm, in short run, supply curve is its marginal cost curve. Supply curve is its marginal cost curve, but it is not the entire marginal cost curve. It is not the entire marginal cost curve. In fact, it is only that part of marginal cost curve, it is only that part of marginal cost curve which lies above, it is only that part of marginal cost curve which lies above average variable cost curve, which lies above average variable cost curve. Underline that. It is only that part of MC which lies above average variable cost curve. This is because when marginal cost is less than ABC, when marginal cost is less than ABC, then equating price with MC, equating price with MC imply that, equating price with MC imply that price will be less than ABC, price will be less than ABC, price will be less than ABC. Then the next point pe you are explaining basically this part which is below the average variable cost curve. So when MC is less than ABC, and why firm equate price with MC? Why I am equating price with MC? Price is nothing but MR. So you are equating MR to MC. So you are equating price with MC. So P equal to MC है, but MC less than ABC है. So from this what follows? That price will be less than ABC then, and price lower than ABC means there is operating loss. So firm will not produce. So we are equating price to MC, and MC is lower than the average variable cost. Continuing that, this means that there will be operating loss. This means that there will be operating loss for firm, operating loss for firm, and therefore firm will not produce any output, and therefore firm will not produce any output. As a result, quantity supplied will be zero. As a result, quantity supplied will be zero. Full stop. Therefore, only that part of marginal cost curve, only that part of marginal cost curve which is above average variable cost curve, only that part of marginal cost curve which is above average variable cost curve is supply curve of firm, is supply curve of firm, is supply curve of firm. Remember, in paper don't or avoid those type of description which is as shown in diagram, add price P3 this much quantity produce. तो ग्राफ का डिस्क्रिप्शन कम करना है और जो इंट्यूटिव लॉजिक है वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन कीजिएगा. डायग्राम इनफैक्ट सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी होता है, तो वैसे पैराग्राफ आप अवॉइड कर सकते हो कि एज वी कैन सी फ्रॉम डायग्राम एट प्राइस P3 MC इज इक्वल टू MR एट दिस पॉइंट देयरफॉर क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूसेस दिस. तो वो लॉजिक आप नहीं लिख रहे हैं, जो इंट्यूटिव लॉजिक है वो आपने एक्सप्लेन कर रखा है. So we have explained this one part that marginal cost curve is supply curve of firm. So I repeat, for firm and that too in short run. This is supply curve of firm and that too in short run. Now we have to explain one more thing in perfect competition which is supply curve of industry. Industry मतलब market. अभी हमने firm का supply का बनाया है, किसके लिए बनाना है? Industry के लिए बनाना है, and that too in long run. But when I say long run, it means Long run means everything is variable, nothing is fixed, and firms can enter or firms can leave the industry. So now the focus is on explaining the industry supply curve, and that too in long run. So your heading is now different. Long run supply curve of industry. You can mark this. Long run supply curve of industry or competitive industry. Long run supply curve of competitive industry, and now mark this as more important as compared to the previous topic. Basically this topic will be answering these type of questions. ये इकोनॉमिक सर्विस वाले क्वेश्चन है एक्चुअल में 2015 का. दिस लास्ट क्वेश्चन रीड दैट. क्वेश्चन से डिराइव द लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व इन द कांस्टेंट कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री अंडर परफेक्ट कंपटीशन. अंडर व्हाट कंडीशन कैन द लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व ऑफ अ कॉम्पिटिटिव इंडस्ट्री स्लोप डाउनवर्ड. मतलब सप्लाई का तो नॉर्मली हमने अपवर्ड स्लोपिंग बना रखा है, तो इन विच कंडीशन इट कैन बी स्लोपिंग डाउनवर्ड. तो देयर आर टू पार्ट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. इनफैक्ट 3 पार्ट है, 2 पूछे गए यहाँ पे. वी हैव टू डिराइव लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व अंडर कांस्टेंट कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री, इन द डिक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री एंड इन द इंक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री. सो वी आर डिराइविंग लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड इट इज फॉर इंडस्ट्री, नॉट फॉर firm, under perfect competition. So we have to derive it under constant cost industry, and in which condition it can be sloping downward. So remember, industry are of 3 types. Perfect competition का market है, वो भी 3 तरीके के होंगे. One industry characterized by constant cost industry, other is decreasing cost industry, other is increasing cost industry. But what is the meaning of increasing cost, decreasing cost or constant cost industry? ये क्वेश्चन अभी टॉपिक करने के बाद दोबारा आई विल शो. फर्स्ट थिंग वी हैव टू एक्सप्लेन लॉन्ग रन. अंडरलाइन द की पॉइंट्स हियर. सिंस सप्लाई का एक्सप्लेन करना है, सो वी आर मार्किंग द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन प्राइस एंड क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड. बट ये कौन सी क्वांटिटी लेनी है मुझे, फर्म की क्वांटिटी या इंडस्ट्री की? इंडस्ट्री वाले डायग्राम को मार्क करना है. सो वी हैव टू डिटरमाइन रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन different price and different quantity produced in the industry, and at that price and quantity it must be a long run equilibrium also. अब आप ये बताओ, परफेक्ट कंपटीशन के लॉन्ग रन में फर्म मस्ट बी अर्निंग विच प्रॉफिट? नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. सो सिंस इट इज लॉन्ग रन, एंट्री एंड एग्जिट विल कंटिन्यू and long run equilibrium will be attained only when there is normal. So for that normal profit, price must be equal to what? Average cost. P की वैल्यू AC के बराबर होनी चाहिए. If P is greater than AC, then और supernormal profit में entry, firms will enter into the market. So that entry will shift the supply curve. और loss अगर होगा तो exit होगा, उससे भी supply curve shift हो जाएगा. So we have to determine the relationship between price and quantity, and that too in long run. So now what we will do, we will use 2 diagram. Right side diagram is for firm, left side diagram is for industry or market. So suppose you take this demand function and supply function, their intersection determine price, and for normal profit I have drawn this average cost curve, which is tangent passing through the minimum point. If you want to draw, you can draw that MC line. So how much quantity produced by firm, where MC is equal to MR. So this is the quantity produced by firm. So I am writing a small q. and how much quantity produced by the industry at the same price. इंडस्ट्री के लिए आप लिख दीजिएगा कैपिटल Q. हाउ टू गेट दिस क्वांटिटी कैपिटल Q. One firm produces this quantity multiplied by number of firm to get this entire quantity. All firms are identical. So if one firm is in equilibrium, then all firms are in equilibrium. There is no difference between the firms because they produce identical product. They have identical cost. Now, this is basically a dynamic analysis. Dynamic analysis it means if demand curve shifts to the right. If demand curve shifts to the right. Now, why demand curve can shift to the right, or what could be the reason? Income may increase, taste or preference may change, so there could be any reason. So over a period of time demand curve may shift to the right. Now if demand curve shifts to the right, what will be the impact in the market? किसी भी गुड्स का डिमांड अगर बढ़ गया, then what is the effect? This price will increase. Right now price was equal to average cost. Now price has increased and it becomes greater than what? Average cost. So at a higher price, existing firms in market will produce more. At a higher price, existing firms in the market, because ये MR की लाइन अब ऊपर चलेगी, तो उसका इंटरसेक्शन अब यहाँ आ जाएगा. Existing firms in the market produces more quantity, and therefore industry quantity also increases. But ग्राफ पे ध्यान देना, अभी ड्रॉ नहीं करना. At this price and quantity, firm is having normal profit or supernormal profit. But that supernormal profit cannot be a characteristic of long run. अगर supernormal profit है तो क्या होगा? New firms will. So if P greater than average cost, then it will attract more firms into the market. There will be entry of firms. So firms will enter into the market. They enter into the market because of this existing profit. As new firms will enter, this supply curve will shift to the right. But there will be two effects of that entry. One, supply curve will shift to the right, and second, as new firm will enter into the market, there will be greater demand for input also. Market में अगर number of firm बढ़ेंगे, they are entering into the market to produce output. But how to produce output? By buying the input. So if there are more firms purchasing same input, then what is the effect on price of that input? Normally आप बोलोगे increase होगा, but there are three possibilities. It may increase, it may remain same, or it may decrease also. Accordingly, I will call it constant cost industry, increasing cost industry, or decreasing cost industry. Industries are of three different types. It may be a constant cost industry, it may be a decreasing cost industry, or it may be an increasing cost industry. इंक्रीजिंग आपको मोस्ट लॉजिकल लगता है कि ठीक है, डिमांड फॉर इनपुट बढ़ गया तो उसका प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा, सो इट विल अपीयर इट इज मोर कन्विंसिंग. द मोस्ट कंफ्यूजिंग इज दैट डिक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट, कि अगर नो मोर फर्म्स एंटर हो रहे हैं तो कॉस्ट कम कैसे हो गया. जस्ट रिलेट विथ योर मोबाइल इंडस्ट्री. ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम कॉस्ट इज इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग? Decreasing, and number of firms are increasing. So it is a case of decreasing cost industry. It is an example of decreasing cost industry. So industries can be decreasing cost industry, it can be increasing cost industry. Now if it is constant cost industry, then cost curve will not shift, it will remain same. Same means to produce same quantity there will be same cost. But if it is increasing cost industry, then to produce same quantity there will be increasing cost, it will shift up. And if it is a decreasing cost industry, then it will shift down. So we may start with the most common one, that means constant cost industry. उसमें भी shift नहीं करना. So in a constant cost industry this cost curve will not shift, but in an increasing it will shift, in a decreasing it will shift downward. So as new firms will enter, only this supply curve will shift to the right. और कब तक एंट्री होती रहेगी? जब तक ये प्राइस वापस कहाँ नहीं आ जाता, ओरिजिनल प्राइस पे ना आ जाए. तो ओरिजिनल प्राइस का मतलब है दिस सप्लाई कर्व विल शिफ्ट टू द राइट एज देयर विल बी मोर एंड मोर एंट्री. और ये पॉइंट पहले मार्क कर लेंगे. The supply curve has shifted enough to the right so that price have returned back to the original level. So at original level again firms are producing same quantity. What about the industry output now? इंडस्ट्री का सप्लाई का मार्क करना था, तो कौन कौन से पॉइंट कनेक्ट करोगे आप? लॉन्ग रन इंडस्ट्री सप्लाई का विच पॉइंट्स? दिस इज वन पॉइंट विच वाज ओरिजिनल. कैन वी से इट इज अ लॉन्ग रन इक्विलिब्रियम अबव? कह सकते हैं उसको? नहीं कहेंगे, बिकॉज at that price firm was having supernormal profit, so that was not a long run income point. But at this price again firms are having normal profit. So first point this and second point this. If you connect these 2 points you get a horizontal line. So in a constant cost industry supply curve is horizontal. So book में ये यहाँ से start करके show किया होता है. So this horizontal line is long run industry supply curve. So it will be a horizontal line if industry is of constant cost industry. अगर constant cost industry है then long run supply curve will be horizontal. So in a constant cost industry don't shift that average cost curve. Average cost को shift नहीं करना है. Increasing और decreasing में वो लाइन आप shift करेंगे. एक पॉइंट मुझे आप पहले डायग्राम से पहले रफ इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा हूँ, वो पहले समझ लेना. ये सेपरेट है, इसका लिंक इस टॉपिक से नहीं है. व्हेन आई ड्रॉ एनी कॉस्ट कर्व, व्हाई इट इज यू शेप? इट इज यू शेप बिकॉज एज फर्म produces more and more quantity, it is able to realize the benefits of economies of scale. And due to diseconomies of scale, if firm produces more and more quantity, the cost will. So basically the reason is economies and diseconomies of scale. आप सिर्फ ये बताओगे, इज इट इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल? इज इट इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल? जिनका इकोनॉमिक बैकग्राउंड है एटलीस्ट वो बता सकते हैं. एवरेज कॉस्ट का व्यू शेप बनाया है, तो दिस मूवमेंट फ्रॉम 1 पॉइंट टू सेकंड पॉइंट, थर्ड पॉइंट, इज इट इज ड्यू टू इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल, वेदर इट इज इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल? What is the difference between internal and external? Internal means size of one firm increases, not the size of market. Size of one firm increases. I will elaborate that. Suppose we are referring to car manufacturing industries. So in a car manufacturing industry there are many firms, and we have drawn this average cost curve for Maruti. So as Maruti produces more and more car, Maruti is able to realize the benefits of economies of scale. So its cost will decrease because of economies and it will increase because of diseconomies of scale. ये internal है. So if Maruti is producing any particular quantity, then corresponding to that quantity this is the cost. If Maruti produces more car and then its cost decreases, it is internal. If Maruti is not producing more car, if it still produces same number of car, but in market there are many manufacturers now, और भी seller enter कर गए car industry में, और more firms entering into the market may increase the cost or may decrease the cost. तो अगर सेम क्वांटिटी का कॉस्ट कम हो जाए तो फिर ये कॉस्ट का डाउनवर्ड शिफ्ट हो गया, इसका मतलब है. और अगर सेम कार के लिए कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हो जाए तो ये कॉस्ट का ऊपर शिफ्ट हो गया. When you shift the cost curve, it is external and movement is because of internal. तो जब internal होगा तो कोई shifting नहीं होती है, फिर वो movement है. So movement is depending upon the size of firm and external depends upon, shift depends upon external, but external depends upon size of industry, not of firm. तो जब आप shift करोगे अभी डायग्राम के अंदर, तो इसका मतलब है shifting किसकी वजह से होगी? एक्सटर्नल की वजह से होगी. So when it will shift up, what you will call it? Shift up हो रहा है, मतलब कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है, एक्सटर्नल डिसइकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल. और शिफ्ट डाउन अगर हो रहा है तो शिफ्ट में इंटरनल यूज करना है, एक्सटर्नल यूज करना है. शिफ्ट अगर हो रहा है डाउनवर्ड है तो एक्सटर्नल इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल है. तो जिसे हम डिक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री कहते हैं, वो क्या है एक्चुअल में? डिक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री. कॉस्ट डिक्रीज हो रहा है, क्या बोलना है उसको? एक्सटर्नल इकोनॉमीज है. और जहां कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हो रहा है, शिफ्ट अप है, वो एक्सटर्नल डिसइकोनॉमीज है. एक्सटर्नल इकोनॉमीज और एक्सटर्नल डिसइकोनॉमीज. आप ये ट्राई करोगे कि वाई मोर फर्म्स एंटरिंग इनटू द मार्केट अफेक्ट द कॉस्ट. मोर फर्म्स अगर एंटर कर रहे हैं तो कॉस्ट पे क्यों इफेक्ट होता है? बहुत सारे लॉजिक उसके पीछे रीजन है. वो रीजन यहाँ पे अभी अप्लाई नहीं करना है, बट व्हेन यू विल बी स्टडिंग इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स वहाँ पे फर्दर लॉजिक अप्लाई हो जाएगा. बट सिर्फ ये सोचो कि व्हेन मोर फर्म्स एंटर इनटू द मार्केट, व्हाई कॉस्ट चेंजेस? व्हेन मोर फर्म्स एंटर इनटू द मार्केट, then cost is changing because of certain external benefits. Like for example, suppose there is one firm in market or two firm in market. तो जो भी आउटपुट एक कार प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है तो इसने इनपुट बाई किया होगा. इनपुट का जो सप्लायर होगा वो लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ फर्म को इनपुट सप्लाई कर रहा है. अगर मोर फर्म्स इन मार्केट हो जाए तो जो इनपुट का सप्लायर है, अब उसे ज्यादा इनपुट प्रोड्यूस करना है. So they will realize the benefits of economies of scale. They can pass on that benefit to the firms. Why you get product at a lower price or cheaper price in a wholesale market, not in a retail market? सॉफ्टवेयर बाई करना है, कंप्यूटर बाई करना है, नेहरू प्लेस चले जाओगे, वहाँ चीपर मिल जाता है. व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट? या कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ फर्म अगर एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया में है, अब करोल बाग में अगर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है तो वहाँ प्रोडक्ट चीपर कैसे हो जाते हैं? और वही प्रोडक्ट अगर डिफरेंट लोकेशन में आता है तो एक्सपेंसिव कैसे होता है? Because यहाँ number of firms, so it is not competition. Remember, it is, we are giving you the economic logic for it. The cost is lower when there are more firms producing same product because they realize certain benefits. Labor economies होता है, financial economies हैं, there are input economies. So there are many reasons which explain why cost get reduced or why cost may get increased. Say for example, if I am not referring to car industry but I am referring to aviation industry. Aviation industry में क्या होगा? Number of areas बढ़ रहे हैं. So what they require? What is their input? Petroleum product, skilled pilot, technician. If they are less in supply, then if they are shortage, then as more firms enter, then what will happen? The input will become expensive. So it is a increasing cost or decreasing cost? Increasing cost. If you are referring to mobile, why mobile cost gets lower and lower? It is a technology that helps. Technological changes वहाँ ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं as compared to any other industries, and that technological innovation is reducing the cost. That technological innovation is reducing the cost. So those are the reasons for external economies and diseconomies. So when you are studying this topic, when we are not shifting it, it means there is no external and there is no external economies or diseconomies. But when you shift it, it is external economies and diseconomies. So in that context, ये rough description है. main diagram पे आ जाना. This market is increasing cost or decreasing cost? This coaching industry market, is it increasing cost, decreasing cost, or constant cost? But why it is increasing? Why it is an increasing cost industry? It is increasing cost industry mainly because if say there were less institutes earlier, now there are many institutes but all are located in one geographically concentrated area. So if more and more institutes are located in the same area, then what will be the impact on the rental cost of the space? It will increase. So that rental cost will be passed on. मतलब जो ऑपरेट करने का कॉस्ट 5 साल पहले होता था वही ऑपरेट करने का कॉस्ट आज की डेट में नहीं होगा. सो कॉस्ट हैज इंक्रीज बिकॉज ऑफ द लिमिटेड रिसोर्स. Therefore, it is an example of increasing cost industry. So, there are various examples of increasing cost as well as of decreasing cost, and there is a possibility of constant cost as well. So, we have to explain three different description diagram here, one for constant, other for increasing, and third for decreasing. But the way of explanation will more or less remain same. So, this was your first diagram, right down below that. चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट ज़्यादा चीपर क्यों हो जाते हैं? वही प्रोडक्ट अगर इंडिया में प्रोड्यूस होता है तो उसका कॉस्ट ज़्यादा कैसे रह जाता है? Remember, they are not there. In China, there is large number of concentration in a certain area. There are many firms producing it. So when there are many firms producing it, they realize what? External economies. Their cost is shifting down and down and down to produce same quantity. As compared to that, in India, in any particular industry, number of firms are less. So as over a period of time, number of firms will increase. In India also cost will reduce. Right. Long run industry supply curve. Long run industry supply curve explains relationship between long run industry supply curve explains relationship between market price and quantities supplied by industry. Market price and quantities supplied by industry when all existing firms in market, when all existing firms in market earns normal profit, earns normal profit. Next paragraph. Long run industry supply curve can be long run industry supply curve can be A horizontal line, B positive slope, C negatively slope. Long run industry supply curve can be horizontal line, positive slope or negative slope, depending on whether there is again A constant cost industry, B increasing cost industry, constant cost industry, increasing cost industry, and C decreasing cost industry. Actually, when you explain these answers, just you have to accurately define what do you mean when you say it is constant cost industry. What is the meaning of increasing or decreasing cost industry? So next paragraph. An industry is constant cost industry. An industry is constant cost industry if price of factors of production in short सिर्फ inputs लिख देंगे. if price of factors of production remains constant as industry expands, as industry expands. I repeat, an industry is constant cost industry, price of factors of production remains constant as industry expands. Underline that. Therefore, it will be possible for industry to produce and supply more of output at same price. Same price पे why firm is able to produce and supply more, because the cost remains same, so it is possible for them to supply and produce more at the same price. Next paragraph. As shown in above diagram, when market demand curve shifts rightward, then in short run price increases. When market demand curve shifts rightward, then in short run price increases. And existing firms increases their output. By operating their plant above full capacity. But full capacity का मतलब ये प्रोडक्शन इस मिनिमम के राइट साइड हो रहा है. फुल कैपेसिटी होती है जहाँ पे एवरेज कॉस्ट मिनिमम हो गया. इफ यू प्रोड्यूस मोर देन दैट, इट मीन्स यू आर ऑपरेटिंग दैट प्लांट बियॉन्ड फुल कैपेसिटी. बट दिस सिचुएशन कैनॉट परसिस्ट. As new firms enter into market. The situation cannot persist or continue as new firms enter into market. Full stop. As new firms enter into market, demand for input increases. But under constant cost industry assumption, after comma, price of input remains same. So that average cost curve does not shift. Therefore, with entry of new firm, price returns back to original level. Where all firms earns only normal profit. and therefore long run industry supply curve is horizontal line. Long run industry supply curve is horizontal line. So these type of small paragraph you have to insert after diagram. And what will be the case of increasing or decreasing cost? Next paragraph में two cases separately. Increasing cost industry, next paragraph में. First define this. An industry is increasing cost industry if an industry is increasing cost industry if prices of factors of production increases as market expands. मतलब ये सारी चीजें मार्केट एक्सपेंशन के थ्रू होती है. मार्केट एक्सपेंशन मीन्स मोर फर्म्स आर एंटरिंग इनटू द मार्केट. अंडरलाइन दैट. It mainly arises due to external diseconomies of scale. It mainly arises due to external diseconomies of scale. External diseconomies of scale, underline that. As a result, cost curve shifts upward. As a result, cost curve shifts upward, and therefore industry can supply more of output. Industry can supply more of output at higher price. Industry can supply more of output at higher price. Therefore, long run industry supply curve is positively sloped. Long run industry supply curve is positively sloped. ठीक है, और वो ग्राफ से जो आपने पैराग्राफ लिखा है उसको शो कर दीजिए. लेफ्ट साइड इज फॉर इंडस्ट्री एंड फॉर फर्म. Always up to this diagram will remain same in all. Initial quantity is Q1 and industry is producing quantity Q1 and selling it at price P1. Firms are having only normal profit. ये डायग्राम तीनों में कॉमन चलेगा यहाँ पे. Every time what you have to do, you have to shift that demand curve first as per your description. Industry expands means why industry will expand? Because of greater demand for that goods in the market. So shift this demand curve to the right after this. This is your starting point. One point you have. When demand curve shifts to the right, what is the short run impact and what is the long run impact? Remember, short run में firm enter नहीं कर सकते, long run में enter कर सकते. So what is the short run response? In short run, the existing firm will produce more, but in long run, new firms can also enter into the market. So as price increases in short run, the existing firm produces more. Existing firm की quantity यहाँ से आ गई, and therefore market quantity is also more. But can we say that this is a long run point? It can't be long run point because firms are having supernormal profit. So new firms will enter into the market, as price increases becomes greater than average cost, because of that there is entry, and entry will have two effect now. Due to entry, which curve will shift?
Supply curve.
Plus, we are considering increasing cost industry, so cost will also increase, so this average cost curve will also shift up. तो क्या इस केस में प्राइस ओरिजिनल लेवल पे रिटर्न बैक होके वापस आएगा? अगर आप ओरिजिनल लेवल पे लाते हो तो ये कॉस्ट ऊपर शिफ्ट हो जाएगा, देन देयर विल बी लॉस. So basically what will happen that the increasing cost will deter entry of new firms. So number of entrant in this case will be less as compared to constant. In constant cost industry more firms enter, but in increasing cost, increase in cost is preventing the entry of firms. So the number of entrant will be less. So this supply curve will shift, but it will shift by less magnitude. So you can, while drawing the diagram you have to draw it sequentially, but what happens in the market is simultaneous. दो चीजें एक साथ हो रही है, supply curve इधर shift हो रहा है और cost curve above shift हो रहा है. So but it will be better for you to shift supply curve first, but shift of supply curve will be less than shift of demand curve, constant से. But if it is shifting less, then the point of intersection will be above. Take this point and then take this price and then draw horizontal line here. डायग्राम एक दो बार प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, इंडिकेट हो जाएगा. Shift supply curve less, mark the new intersection point, and then from that point determine the price. And what is left now? Increasing cost industry, this average cost will also shift up. When it shifts up, it will shift up as well as a little left. That means each firm will reduce the quantity. So it is not that it is shifting vertically parallel. It is shifting up and to the left, up and to the left. And marginal cost will always cut average cost from the minimum point. अगर आपका डायग्राम कॉम्प्लिकेट हो रहा है तो शिफ्टिंग वाला इग्नोर भी कर सकते हो, मतलब मार्जिनल कॉस्ट ड्रॉ नहीं भी कर सकते, तो भी काम चलता है. बट वेयर इज दैट लॉन्ग रन इंडस्ट्री सप्लाई कर्व? Which line is long run industry supply curve? Long run industry supply curve, one point is this and second point is this. By connecting these 2 points, you get positively sloped long run industry supply curve. तो पेपर में अगर आप पेंसिल से बना रहे हो तो ये वाला आप पेंसिल ड्रॉ कर दो, या अगर पेन से अप्लाई यूज कर रहे हो तो डिफरेंट कलर से शो कर दीजिए, सो दैट वो डिफरेंशिएट हो जाएगा दैट यू हैव ड्रॉन दिस लॉन्ग रन इंडस्ट्री सप्लाई कर्व. ठीक है. यू मे नॉट ड्रॉ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट का, वो चलेगा. ठीक है, अगर नहीं भी करते हो तो आपका टारगेट, बिकॉज फोकस इज ऑन दिस पार्ट. सो व्हाट इज द थर्ड एंड लास्ट केस? In the constant cost industry, we have shifted demand and supply by equal magnitude. In increasing cost, shift of demand is more, shift of supply is less. So what will happen in the decreasing cost? Shift of supply will be more and shift of demand will be less. And the cost curve, rather than shifting up, it will shift down. So third and last paragraph for decreasing cost industry, below that. Decreasing cost industry. An industry is said to be decreasing cost industry. An industry is said to be decreasing cost industry. An industry is said to be decreasing cost industry if price of factors of production, if price of factors of production decreases as industry expands. decreases as industry expands. It mainly arises due to external economies of scale. It mainly arises due to external economies of scale. Underline that, external economies of scale. The main reason behind external economies of scale, the main reason behind external economies of scale is a technological innovation. The exploration of resource भी हो सकता है. If new resource has been explored, so the cost will get reduced. Therefore, in a decreasing cost industry, long run supply curve is negatively sloped. Long run supply curve is negatively sloped. Indicating that more of output can be supplied at a lower price. ठीक है, ऐसे ग्राफ से शो कर दीजिए. डिक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट इंडस्ट्री में फाइनल डायग्राम. ठीक है, in this I am not drawing that marginal cost curve, so that diagram will be more clear. Now in this case which curve will shift more? तो जब आपको पता है कि सप्लाई कर्व ज़्यादा शिफ्ट करना है तो टू बिगिन विद डिमांड कर्व को शिफ्ट कम करना, बिकॉज अगर आपने डिमांड कर्व ज़्यादा शिफ्ट किया तो सप्लाई और भी ज़्यादा शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो ऑकवर्ड डायग्राम आपको ड्रॉ नहीं करना. So knowing that you shift demand curve by a lesser magnitude. But as demand curve shifts, in short run price will increase. That higher price will cause a supernormal profit. Because of that supernormal profit, there will be entry, and entry will now cause two things. Cost will decrease, so cost curve will shift downward, and due to entry, supply curve will shift to the right. So new equilibrium will be attained. Then all existing firm will have only normal profit. So shift of supply is more than the shift of demand. So original price was P1. Now the price will be lower than the original. और इस लोअर प्राइस को आप इधर मार्क कर लेंगे. एंड व्हेन यू शिफ्ट एवरेज कॉस्ट कर्व डाउनवर्ड, इट विल बी डाउनवर्ड एंड अप में क्या किया था? अप एंड लेफ्ट, सो डाउन एंड राइट. एरो से डायरेक्शन दिखा दीजिएगा. आपने अपवर्ड शिफ्ट कर रखा है, या शिफ्टेड वाला जो डायग्राम हो उसे प्रेफरेबली आप डॉटेड ड्रॉ कर लो, सो दैट वो क्लियर होता है कि विच वर द ओरिजिनल एंड विच वन इज आफ्टर द मूवमेंट. बिकॉज इवन द एग्जिस्टिंग फर्म विल टेंड टू प्रोड्यूस more of the quantity because of cost reduction. and by joining first and last point you get long run industry supply curve. This is long run industry supply curve. So if any time question says can supply curve be negatively sloped? Yes, it can be. Normally हम supply curve positive बनाते हैं, but can supply curve be negatively sloped? Yes, it can be. Under which case? Decreasing cost industry. So in a decreasing cost industry, due to external economies of scale, supply curve can be negatively sloped. So this was one question of in the economic service part. IAS के अंदर नहीं, but ये derive the long run supply curve of industry, constant cost industry under perfect competition. तो जो first description है, and under what condition it can be negatively sloped. So decreasing cost industries का case हो गया. So you have in this class you have written basically this answer of this question, and what was supernormal profit, loss, you can write question. लिखना है लिख लो. डेली प्रैक्टिस के लिए ऑल दो अपने कंटेंट लिखा हुआ, बट इफ यू आर एबल टू लर्न इट एंड रिप्रोड्यूस इट, मतलब जस्ट टेक अ डिफरेंट स्पाइरल ऑफ आंसर शीट एंड जस्ट मेक अ प्रैक्टिस ऑफ राइटिंग 2 क्वेश्चन or 3 question in a half an hour. So in this class we have written basically answer of 2 question. One is this, you can use this, and the other supernormal profit, loss and normal profit. I will tell you. So one question is this, and then and the other question you have done is this 2015 option में यह रखा है under perfect competition. I have written mainly 2 questions. In this class the source which was used, ठीक है, जो कंटेंट आपने ले रखा है इसके लिए जो सोर्स यूज किया गया वही है. For market we are basically using Cotsanis. In this class you have done completely chapter number 5, first one. ठीक है, जो source use किया आपने Cotsanis का book use किया, we have read in this class we have done chapter number 5. So after perfect competition we will move to first as per priority we will move to the oligopoly. आज की क्लास जो कर रखी है वो सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंगली याद रखिएगा, ये वर्ड परफेक्ट कंपटीशन सिलेबस में लिखा हुआ नहीं है, but there are questions, so you are explaining that part as well. So now we will move to what is written in the syllabus, that is oligopoly. Within oligopoly there are various topics. So oligopoly will be taking around 4 to 5 classes, and then we will move to monopolistic and then monopoly. ठीक है, तो अगर रेफर कर रहे हैं तो ये चैप्टर नंबर 5 रेफर किया हमने आज. ऑल्दो बेटर ये होगा कि आपने जो कंटेंट रजिस्टर में लिखा है उसको आप रिपीटेडली पढ़िए और try to learn as much rather than reading more things. So we have done perfect competition part briefly. From next class it will be oligopoly. ठीक है, तो right now we have started this micro and market structure, and in market structure in this class we have done this perfect competition part. Next will be tomorrow will be this oligopoly, coordinate model, Burton model, Stackelberg model and so on. ठीक है, we will continue with this. कोई प्रॉब्लम इसमें आज की क्लास का क्लियर है? चलिए.
सर एक्चुअली हो गया ना, वो कैसे इस टॉपिक के लिए
अच्छी है.
वो देख सकते हैं. तो एक्चुअली नेक्स्ट डायग्राम देखते हैं वो गलत कर रहे हैं.
प्रेफरेबली आप यही यूज़ करो, कोटसाइनिस बेटर है. ठीक है, थैंक यू. बहुत गर्मी है